Hey everybody, what is happening? It is me, Devin, broadcasting, not as always, live from an also undisclosed location in the center of Tokyo. I am in Japan, as the hat is letting you know right now. It is Nerdcast in Japan, and boy, what a hell of a time it took for me to get here. Hope everybody's having a good evening out there. For those of you, it's evening. For me, it is roughly 11 in the morning. What time is it actually? That's a good question. Check. Yeah, it's 11 a.m. I'm actually waiting. This probably isn't going to be a terribly long stream. Right here, I might do an IRL stream here in an hour or so, a couple hours. I'm waiting for Lauren. I'm going to meet Lauren at Ikebukuro Station, and I don't know what exactly we're going to do. I don't know what we have planned just yet. We're kind of flying by the seat of our pants. She keeps asking me, like, what do you want to do? And there's a list of places and things I want to go to, but none of it is in any particular order. I don't particularly care. Right now, at this moment, I just want to walk around the city and get something to eat. So that's probably what we're going to end up doing first. Hey, Lulu, welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? Nice hat. Yes, thank you. Thank you. This hat was a birthday present to me from Lulu, and I'm glad that I have it because now I can commemorate the experience. I hope you're having a good evening, Lulu. Hey, bud. Hey, Royal. Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good evening too. Man, it took a lot. It took a lot for me to maintain during the. Okay, I'll start it from the start, from the beginning. Hold on. Let me switch my thing here. Because it was getting here was an ordeal, an ordeal and a half. Oh boy. I'm tired, but good. Good. I'm happy to hear that. I'm having a nice day pet sitting for Zoe. Okay, awesome. Well, I'm glad that both of you are doing really well. Okay, so my travel day. First, my travel day started off, and I'm taking videos and stuff, and I'm gonna try to make a vlog over this when I get back. I'm gonna try to do like a more comprehensive vlog of my trip. But it started off at uh, five in the morning. I had a Lyft pick me up to take me to the airport, and I'll tell you straight up, I didn't get any sleep. I was up for 24 hours. Well beyond that actually by the end of all this. But I didn't get any sleep the night before, and the Lyft driver came and picked me up, taking me to the airport. First sign that this was going to be a hell of an experience, and I thought it as soon as it happened. The guy got lost in my neighborhood, like after he picked me up. Like I got in the back seat, he's got his Google Maps on his dashboard. It's showing him how to get to the airport. It's telling him the road to turn on, and he ended up getting lost somehow still. And even with me telling him, no, you have to turn right on this street, turn right, he still was like, left, left. Like what is happening here? Like how are you not comprehending this? So after being lost in my own neighborhood for a little while, we finally got out to, like, I guess a street he was more familiar with, and we started going towards the airport. And again, this is 5 in the morning, but right at the intersection of the road that takes us to where the airport is, there was a crazy accident, and there was fire trucks and police cars blocking everything off, blocking off our access to the road we need to get to the airport. So at this point, I'm like, okay, this is just what it's going to be. It's going to be one thing of bullshit after another that I'm going to have to contend with in order to get to where I need to go. And luckily, the Lyft driver was, he was, oh, I need to tip him too. I forgot to do that because it's just been such a fucking crazy experience this entire time. He illegally drove through the wreckage to get to the street we need to get on. And I was very happy that he did that. So I was cool for that. But then as soon as we got past that, there was a crazy backup of traffic of all the people that work at Tesla trying to get to their office. I guess maybe that's a normal thing. But since I'm never driving at 5:30 a.m. in that area, I just wasn't familiar with that. So we had to sit there too. And then, when we get past that, we drive to the airport. As soon as we pull up to the airport, like as soon as I'm about to get out and get my bags and stuff, I get a notification from United Airlines telling me that I'm ready to check into my flight from Austin to Denver. Okay, there's one problem. The tickets that I had purchased was Austin to LAX, not Austin to Denver. So I was like, what the fuck is this? Austin to Denver. And I go in to try to check in and see what's happening. And when I bought my tickets, I paid extra for seats with extra leg room. Somehow, I don't know, they booted me from the Austin to LAX flight and put me on Austin to Denver, and they put me in seats that did not have extra leg room, even though I paid a bunch of money to get that extra leg room. So at that point, I was like, "Oh hell no, that's not going to happen." So I had to go talk to somebody at the counter to resolve it. But like, there was a long line of people that were already, dealing with their own shit. So I had to sit in a crazy ass line, and I'm just wondering if I was going to miss my flight. I mean, I had enough time. I was there hours ahead. So um, eventually, I did get to talk to her. She tried to figure out what happened. Then and I told her, like, I'm okay with going to Denver if I have to, but I have to have seats with extra leg room. Like, I'm 6'5". I can't be on a 10-hour flight with my knees jammed into the armrest ahead of me. And she was understanding and all of that. She got me a seat with extra leg room, so that was fine. But once I got on the plane to Denver, like the being up at that point, I'd been up for about 24 hours, and like the anxiety started to set in. And when I landed at Denver Airport, I had a crazy anxiety attack. So we had about an hour and a half layover. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go to the terminal, or I'm gonna go to the area where we board the plane for Tokyo. I'm gonna put on my sleep mask, and I'm gonna try to get myself like a power nap in. But that didn't work out very well. I put my sleep mask on, I lied down, and like my mind was just racing with panic, and it just didn't happen. It wasn't working out for me that way. So 30 minutes till boarding, I was like, all right, here's what I'm gonna do. I went over to an airport bar, and I got a double tall vodka soda, and I took a melatonin and a Benadryl, and I chugged the shit out of that drink. Like, it may have well been a Capri Sun, the speed that I chugged that thing down. And I boarded the plane. My anxiety was so high that I was literally, thinking about, what if I just tried to get tickets back to Austin? What if I just went to Austin and just killed this whole thing? Like, I was seriously considering it because the flight from Denver to Tokyo was significantly longer than what it was from LAX to Tokyo. So, like, having the idea of sitting in my anxiety for that long in a confined area that I couldn't move around in, like, it was freaking me out. Like, I was panicking. But I decided to stick with it. I was like, no, I'm just gonna knock myself out. So about an hour into the flight is when I first finally passed out. And like, they were serving food and I was smelling it. It smelled so good. I hadn't eaten too. I really hadn't eaten, which is probably compounded the issue. But like, and that food smelled great, but I was too tired to even bother waking up to like eat something. So like, I just slept through all of that. And the flight was long. It was brutal. It was a brutal flight. Um, I, I don't remember it being that bad when I was a kid, but I guess I was a kid. I was smaller. It wasn't. I guess, I don't know. I just don't recall it ever being that intense. But it was pretty rough. But eventually I got through it. I watched a shit ton. Thankfully, I downloaded a bunch of TV shows and media and whatnot, and just used that to kind of power through it and nod off here and there. But eventually we ended up landing, and everything was generally okay after I landed. Like, I had a second wind hit me when I got off of the plane, and there was a crazy line for customs because like this is all tourism, I guess. Uh, and I went through all of that, and that was fine. And then finally, I got to ride a train. And you guys know how I like the idea of trains and all of that, public transit. I got to ride. I had to get on the JR line for Shinjuku from Narita Airport. So I bought my ticket, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, this is awesome. I finally get to see what this feels like. And I had a lot of energy from there. But the train from Narita to Tokyo was itself like it was about an hour 20 minutes. So by the time I got to Tokyo and met up with Lauren, I was completely wiped. I was wiped out. I had been awake, with the exception of like maybe like a hour nap here, and not like restful nap. It's airplane nap. Like it's an airplane nap, so it's not going to be restful or rejuvenative. But the exception of maybe an hour nap here, hour nap there, maybe a combined total of 3 non-restful naps on that plane. I had been up for roughly 40 hours, so I was wiped. I was incredibly exhausted, and she was asking me if I wanted to like do something in the city, and I was like, I would, but I don't think I could last that long. So we go to my Airbnb, we go through the checkout process, and she's putting the key in the thing to see if the door would unlock, and it wouldn't unlock. We couldn't open the door, and I was like, of course, like this is like what else could happen but to get all the way to the front door and not be able to open it with the key. So we finagled around for a bit. She tried to call the people, and they didn't answer the phone. And I was like, "What am I gonna do now? What is gonna happen here?" Like, all right, let me give it a shot. So I finagled around with it, and eventually, as you can see, I got the door open, and I got in here. So I was like, "Oh, thank God, I could take a shower and then just go to bed." Said my byes to Lauren. She went on her way. Sat down, and I was gonna get into my luggage when I realized something. I lock my luggage whenever I go traveling. I put a little padlock on it, and I keep the keys for that padlock on my keychain. I left my keychain at home because a friend of mine is cat sitting, and I wanted her to have access to my car keys and stuff like that in case she needed to move anything. So the keys to my luggage are in Texas, and my luggage is here. So like that was the last little bit of bullshit that I had to deal with after an incredible day of just annoying shit. So I'm sitting there looking at my luggage, and I'm at this point I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna have to destroy this thing to get my luggage out, or I don't know what. I was looking at Amazon to see if they could ship bolt cutters quickly, but not really, not here at least. And I was like, well, maybe I could just go to the Family Mart down the street and get some scissors and just rip into it or whatever. What I actually ended up doing was much more clever than that. And it also exposed the futility of a padlock on my suitcase. Once I did this, I was like, why the hell do I have a padlock on this to begin with? I just took a fork and I stuck a fork right in between the teeth of the zipper and stuck it in there and did boop, just popped it right open. I was like, oh, it's that easy to get into my luggage with a lock on it. Well, I'm grateful for that. I took my shower and everything, and it looks like I can zip it back up too, so I don't have to destroy my luggage after all. I'm very happy about that. So I got my luggage out, I took my shower, and then I passed out at 9:30 p.m., which is the earliest I've ever went to sleep in my life, I think. I don't even think as a kid I went to bed that early. But after being awake for as long as I was, and I was so sore all over from just being sitting on a plane for so long, and then the train, and then walking around, my body was done. So I passed out at 9:30, woke up at 4:30 a.m. and just kind of bummed around, and then went back to sleep at 7:30 and woke up not too long ago, actually. So that was why, and I wanted to spend. I would have liked to have spent the evening doing something, but I just didn't have the juice in me. So today is going to be the day. I might do an IRL stream here in a bit. I don't know. I haven't tried doing that on my phone yet. I'm going to meet up with Lauren, and then we're going to figure out what exactly we're going to do. Yo, Genetic Memory Farms, welcome back to the stream. They need to open a dispensary in the Denver airport. Have fun, be safe, eat lots. Yes, I'm going to eat lots. It would have been nice if they had had that option there at Denver. I'll tell you that much, man, because I would have partaken for sure, just to get some of that edge off. So wait, did you get any sleep? No, I didn't get it. All of that was on like virtually no sleep. I mean, I got sleep now. I just slept for ages at this point. But and I feel incredible. I've never felt so well rested in my life. But Up until last night, I'd gone almost, it was probably about 38, 39 hours or so that I had gone without really restful sleep. And not just going without restful sleep, but, you know, sitting, sitting in a confined position for 12 hours basically. The flight was 11 hours and 45 minutes of me just sitting there. My knees were wrecked. My knees were wrecked by the time I stood up. Let me see. Let me check in on Lauren and see where she's at. Oh, I had a long travel day yesterday, but yesterday too, but not like that. Where did you go to again, Royal? You told me. You mentioned to me that you were going somewhere, but I can't remember. Wait, I missed. How did you get in your luggage? Oh, Lulu, I took a fork and I stuck it right between the teeth of the zipper, and then I just pulled that apart. I pulled that open. So, yeah, it was actually a pretty simple way to get into it. It made me realize the futility of having a lock on my luggage at all, if that's all it took to get into it. But I'm glad that that's all it took. I was giving a senior cat meds, so I was distracted. Aww, senior cat. I like senior cats. My old roomie Kelly. I used to live with him for some years, and he had a cat, Sadie, who I love that cat. Like, she liked when I picked on her. And when I wasn't picking on her, she would walk around me and be like, "Hey, why aren't you picking on me?" So I'd pick on her and make her meow and stuff. And she was a big fan of that. But she just passed away recently. She was old. She was like 20 or something like that, 21 maybe. But it bummed me out. It was sad because that cat, I lived with that cat for some years, and I got close to the old bean. She was a senior cat, obviously towards the end. I don't think she had medical issues, not a great deal at least. But towards the end, she just kind of, you can tell they just kind of give up. Haha, OMG, perfect. South Carolina. Okay, that's right. That's right. South Carolina. Awesome. Well, what are you doing in South Carolina? Is it just vacation, or are you there for something specific? I don't know what exactly I'm going to do later in the day. So right now, I don't know when. Maybe here in the next 20 minutes or so, I'm going to walk to Ikebukuro Station. I'm going to meet up with Lauren. We're probably going to get some food. And she was mentioning something. She was mentioning something about rockabilly's dancing in the park. So I don't know what that's all about. I may live stream that thing, but I don't know. Like, again, where it's a fly by the seat of our pants operation here. So I may go figure out what's going on with that. But I think today is the day. Later on, probably later on the evening, I want to go to the Maid Cafe, the Muscle Maid Cafe, and I don't think I'll have any of them slap me, but we'll see. Playing it all by ear. I want to go to the Muscle Maid Cafe, and then later on in the evening, I want to go to the metal bar. That I can't remember who was telling me about the metal bar. Was it Afroventus or was it Lynn Ratman? I forget who was telling me about the muscle man, or not the muscle, but the metal bar. But I'm gonna try. I think it was Afroventus. I'm gonna try to go to that metal bar tonight. And I got my hat too. That I Now, unfortunately, my jacket, my leather jacket, is in that luggage right there, which is also padlock locked. I might have to fork that one open too, but that's a nice piece of luggage. I really would prefer not to, but we'll see if I can find some bolt cutters before the evening. So I had like a 9-hour drive, and when I fell asleep, I would dream I was merging into the left lane. Wait, what? You weren't driving when you were falling asleep, were you? You had a 9-hour drive, but you were the passenger, right? You weren't falling asleep and dreaming of merging into the left lane while you were driving. I had an interview. Oh, awesome! I had an interview, but also I'm on vacation, so I had the interview this morning and then went gallivanting. Oh, awesome! Where'd you have an interview at? What was this for? And good luck. I hope you get it. Everybody in the stream, give Royal all your positive vibes. I haven't had a chance to look over the new pages you sent me too. It's probably from that damn bathroom. Let me tell you something. That bathroom is a closet. It is a closet. If I have to sit on the toilet, I can't. Pretty tiny. Yeah, there's the little kitchen area right there. Microwave and a little induction thingy over there. The fridge, the door. Yeah, that's about it. That's all. That's all there is to it. You know, the bed there. And then up here, I'm not even gonna attempt to get up there because I'm too big, you know, and I'm afraid I'm gonna fall through it. But that's pretty much all there is to this room. And then there's the bathroom right there. But for the purposes that I'm using it for, this is all I need. I don't need a. Hang on, I'm gonna restart Twitch. It's freezing. Oh no, is it freezing up? I mean, I'm also streaming this from. Let me see what's going on. I'm also streaming this from Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not frozen when I just checked on it. I don't think it's you. I restarted. It's fine. Okay. I mean, two of you have said that it's frozen, so it made me worry. I mean, I'm streaming this from a MacBook. I'm streaming it from a MacBook that I've never streamed, strum, streamed, strum, stram. I've never streamed from this before, so I don't know. It could just be that this is not the optimal environment for streaming something. But ooh, that hurt too. Good, restart it helped. Strum. I don't know. Is that the right one? What is the proper past tense for stream? Hold on one second, guys. All right, looks like Lauren is on her way here, so you'll get a Lauren sighting. Obviously, Royal, you know Lauren. You met her before I did, but Lulu, you'll get to see Lauren. Streamed. Strum is funny though. I might start using Strum. I'm gonna start using Strum as my personal past tense of stream. I done strummed it. I done strumped that shit. Oh man, the neighborhood I'm in is really cute though. I like it a lot. I should have gotten a selfie stick. I don't want to be that guy walking around with the selfie stick though. I am pretty self-conscious about like being an obnoxious tourist, especially given all of the bad press, all of the negative publicity that live streamers have gotten in Japan lately. I definitely don't want to I definitely don't want to throw my name into that in that category. But which is why, honestly, that's why that I wanted to do a vlog, have a vlog component to this, because then I could compile a bunch of footage without being super obnoxious about it, the way that some live streamers are, when you're constantly like putting a camera on everything that's happening and having to be entertaining in some capacity while you're doing that. But I don't know. We'll see. I think I am going to try. I mean, depending, I'll let her explain what the fucking rockabilly shit's all about. But I do want to try to see if I could do some. Yeah, Lauren intro. Stoked to see you is taking care of my bestie. Oh, she is taking care of me in the best possible way too. Who knows? Who knows what this trip would have turned into without her help? I'd probably be sleeping under our bridge right now, honestly. Like, it was a immeasurable amount of help um, from her just getting to the right station. I mean, I could have gotten to the station eventually on my own, but um, getting past there was a little bit of an issue getting out of the station because we took a connecting train from the Shinjuku point to the Ikebukuro one, which you have to pay a little extra for, but you pay after the fact. And the ticket, I inserted my ticket into the machine to pay, and it just gave some kind of error message, and I didn't know what to do there. But she took it up to the counter and talked to the dude, and he just let us through, or let me through rather. She had her own way she paid for it. So, I could have gotten past that, but it would have been like an extra 30 minutes on top of it. So, I was helpful for her to help me out with that. And then just walking to the station, there were just so many people. That's another thing. So, in my brief time here, and obviously a lot of this is colored by my horrible travel experience, but it's also kind of highlighting the things that the things that I like and dislike about America versus Japan, or where I'm at least, where I live in America versus Japan. And one thing is just like there are so many fucking people in this city, and I was just bombarded with all sorts of motherfuckers just running. And I have big luggage here, and I'm trying my hardest to stay out of people's way. And there's just so many people. Um, and at a certain point, I was just like, oh man, I miss just the space of being in a place like Austin where I'm not constantly set upon by massive crowds. Like Lulu, when we were hanging out downtown during Halloween, you know how I got in that crowd off of Sixth Street on Halloween. Like I didn't handle it very well. I shot off right to the side and just kind of went on my own thing. But hey, yo, Bianca, welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? Oh, 1 second. Hey, kid, you can sit next to me here. I don't know how you'll pick up, how your voice is gonna pick up on this mic, but hey, Royal's in the chat too. Oh yes, the magnet. I have to. I need. You know what? I need to write down a list of things to get. I didn't bring my notepad or anything, so I'll have to put it on my calendar reminders. Just finished work, so I'm listening on my drive home. Well, thank you for tuning in, Bianca. I appreciate it. Yeah, I have severe. I was just telling him about like we were walking through the station and all the people that were there, and like how I'm not. I mean, I'm not used to that in Austin, so it's just an incredible amount of people. Yeah, I have severe claustrophobia. Luckily, you are head and shoulders taller than most people in the crowd, because I was hyperventilating between shoulders. No, I think she's just talking about other crowd. We were in in Austin last Halloween. I went with Lulu and her husband. We went down Sixth Street, but like it was like shoulder to shoulder for blocks and blocks. I'm like, you can barely move anywhere. Oh yeah, it was worse than that, but it was still an ordeal because I had this luggage and I was trying my hardest to like not get in people's way, and yeah, I'm just trying not to be the annoying foreigner. Yeah, I was yeah, I felt those vibes on the train to Ikebukuro Station. Having a hard time. Okay, yes, I do. I forgot about that. I'm gonna go ahead and pause this thing then. All right. Yeah. The train that we took to get to Ikebukuro. I felt vibes on that train, like, and maybe it's just because I'm used to Texas, which is like everybody wants to be friendly with you. Remember when we were walking down the street and then like some random people at the stoplight were like yelling at us and talking to us and shit? Like that's what I'm used to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is the trash right here. Why is everybody so stressed? Like, yeah, I guess it is that work culture, huh? Hmm. Oh, wow. Okay. I think we may have broken all of them last night. I don't want to seek the forgiveness. I want to do the right thing right from the start. Yeah. I was so unbelievably wiped last night. I wanted to hang out and do stuff, but I just physically I felt myself crashing so hard and yeah.
So Ikebukuro is like the best balance of places.
Okay. I mean, I liked the neighborhoods that we walked past so
Yeah,
far.
yeah. It's just, I mean, they're all gonna kind of look like that. Like Tokyo is very samey. It's
Yeah.
everything kind of looks the same. It's all like bright lights and all the signs and stuff. But it's it's still
Well, I
it's
mean, this
fun.
area
It's good for
seems
a
to
short
this area
trip.
seems to have chill vibes. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
area
Well, this
does.
area it's just a residential neighborhood, so it's there's basically nobody around. They've got an aging population. Everyone died off. That's probably why they have this Airbnb here. But
Make sure Devin gets our presents.
I will make sure that he gets your presents. I guess
Oh,
we gotta look for.
presents.
Royal, did you ask for something
What
specifically?
presents? I don't. I'm not. This must be something that I must have missed on. What presents do I have to? There's so much. I've got a list. I've got stuff for my sister to get too.
Oh,
So I got to make sure. I got to make sure.
yeah.
I have a collection of super cheap touristy magnets that my friends have gotten
Oh,
me on their travels. Very treasured. Much
nice.
Dragon Horde. Yeah, when I went
Like
to
cheesy.
Cozumel, I got her a Cozumel magnet too.
Nice. Yeah, I love cheesy magnets. But we in the UK they put their refrigerators in cabinets for some reason. So like you
Really?
go in there and it's just a bunch of cabinets and one of them is your fridge. So like there's nothing in there.
That's
So
very
yeah,
strange.
you can't put magnets. I have to put them on my oven and we've run out of space because my flatmate went to like Copenhagen and Vienna and stuff. So we have like nothing. But
Oh yeah. I mean, you don't have to speak to it if you don't feel like it, but how was your situation at work going?
oh, it sucks. My work sucks. I work at a video game company that doesn't know how to make video games, so that's always great.
Awesome.
Yeah, and everyone, all of the management are, some of them are nice, some of them are complete fucking dickheads, and they're all like incredibly incompetent. So it just makes me long for a place where they know how to make a video game so that you're actually able to like achieve anything. There's no sense of satisfaction when you're just kind of working
Yeah.
on
Well,
something that you know is never gonna make it because it just got
the
semi canceled. So
well, that's the thing. The title you are working on has ostensibly, maybe not officially, but ostensibly been canceled.
yeah, yeah,
So,
they're looking
that's
for new funding or whatever, but you never know. So it's good times. I love it. I might move back here if I can, but yeah,
yeah.
it is what it is, I guess.
Well, hopefully you hear back from some of the
Yeah,
places
my
here you've
work still
applied to.
fucking sucks. I haven't applied to that many places though, because I've had like major executive dysfunction about trying to apply, so I've got to like update my resume for each one, and it's
Mm,
just a pain in the ass. So, but I'll probably do it when I get back from here. So,
yeah.
I was just kind of looking forward to this trip, and then hopefully I'll be energized, and we can.
So I guess a part of this trip that is it's Devon 42nd birthday celebration trip slash Lauren re-energize, rejuvenate your love of Japan and get a new
Yeah.
job
I
trip.
mean, I always loved Japan. It's stressful to live here because in the end you're an outsider.
But you know what? It's stressful to live everywhere right now.
True, true.
There
It
is no
sucks
place.
everywhere.
That's what I was thinking about when I was crammed into the shower there, trying desperately
Yeah.
to clean parts of my body that I can't reach because I don't have the space for it. And I was like, if it's one thing that America in general and Texas in particular has on Japan, it's space. Like
Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
absence of space,
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Well, I
and
don't value space because I'm 5'3"
yeah,
and like 110 pounds or whatever. So
yeah, you're tiny,
I
so you
don't
can weave in and out
I
of
don't
wherever.
really care. Yeah, but if I were tall and stuff, it's
It yeah,
a lot less comfortable.
for certain. But you know what? It's stressful trying to live anywhere right now. So,
Yeah, yeah, it definitely sucks. Like it's still better than Seattle. Seattle was the worst. I'll complain about Seattle until I die. Seattle
that's
fucking sucks. I hate that place.
sad because like I know a lot of people that move there and they moved there from Austin and they moved there because they were like, "Oh, Seattle just seems like such a cool place. You actually have seasons and cool hiking and
Really?
blah 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 blah." Well,
What
that's what I
has
mean
season? Well,
compared
compared
to
to
Texas
Texas,
where it's
yeah,
just hot,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah.
Seattle is not the place for you.
Well, neither is Austin, but
Good night, myself and content.
oh, you taking off, Bianca? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Bye.
Have yourself a good evening.
I feel like an outsider anyway, so excited to subpoena for an important trial. That sucks.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. As a part of the George Floyd protest and rampant police brutality,
Yeah.
Lulu is a witness to some
Oh
things.
shit, that's
So yeah,
heartbreaking. Ugh.
yeah, not good stuff. Not
Well,
good stuff. But
they're finally getting around to all these trials, I guess.
yeah.
Ah.
All right. Well, you know what? What's on deck for us here? I sent you the link to the
Food.
again. Yes, food for certain.
Yeah.
I don't have, and I gotta find. Yeah, maybe the first thing is going to Family Mart and getting a coin pouch or something.
Well, we can get a coin punch at the station too. If you
Okay.
want, I can.
The currency here is.
Yeah, it's all coins. Like it's the way to do it is to buy a million different like bottles of tea from vending machines, and you get rid of them eventually. So that's what I do. I'll like 10 yen coins. I'll use like 17 of them to get a tea. But I'm also drinking literally all day. Like I got two different kinds of tea in here because I've got my fat burning tea because I'm on a diet because
Yeah, because you weigh 12 pounds and you need to get down to 10.
I do. That's the problem. Like I'm considered like chubby in Japan now. So I weigh like 110 pounds and I'm
It's
like,
insanity.
but this it helps reduce your the fat on your body. It says
Oh, is this the fat reducing tea?
all of them are like there's so many. They have a fat reducing Coca Cola.
Wait, how does that work? If
It
that
has
actually was
it
a,
has like a special kind of fiber in it or something.
I feel like if that was actually a thing, they would be selling the shit out of that in America.
They should. It's because Japanese companies are so like inward looking. Like they don't have any kind of like sense of selling things outside of Japan. But holy fuck, that would be like the best thing for America, right? Was to mass
Seriously, if
mass
it
fucking
works, that's the thing though.
it does. That's
Does
the
it?
thing. It does. I've gained so much weight since I can't buy like the one that I always drink in
Oh
New York.
shit.
So
I
yeah.
wonder if you can import it then.
They used to have it in Seattle.
Should I bring my
Not like
passport? Is there any place where I might
100%.
have to
I doubt it.
show my passport?
No, no. You got some gray in your beard, so I think we should be all right.
Fair
They don't
enough.
check like anything. But this is soba tea. It's like buckwheat tea, I think. No,
Oh,
it's not buck. Is it buckwheat soba? Yeah. So this is super good for your clearing out your blood.
clearing
Is
out your
what they
blood.
call it. I think it's like good for blood pressure.
Oh, I need to get some of that then.
Right? Yeah. So, but yeah, we should go to Harajuku. See, I don't know whether the dancing rockabillys exist anymore, but I hope so because they're hilarious.
That
We
sounds
can,
incredible.
yeah, let's go. Let's go get because it's. I think it's like exactly 12.
Yeah, it's about noon, so we can get food.
Yeah. Mhm.
At
Oh
some
my god,
point,
the teas are fucking insane. I love it. Oof.
I want to come back here early
Yeah.
evening,
Okay.
um, and then just kind of like you know chill for a second,
Mhm.
and then later on in the evening, I don't know, you know me, I could stay up until
Oh,
however.
I know, right?
So
Yeah.
it's all whatever you want to get up to, do whatever you need to. But at some point, I do want to go to that Muscle Maid bar,
Mhm.
and I
Mhm.
do want to go to the Metal bar.
Okay.
So
Okay.
those are the
Tonight.
tonight. Those are the
Oh,
only
okay.
things that I want to do tonight.
Okay.
But
Well, I was thinking we should go to like one or both of those. Maybe while I'm eating with my coworkers on the 10th, because then we won't be together anyway. So that. But if we
okay, on
were
the
eating,
10th.
if yeah, because I have a
Yeah,
feeling
yeah,
that
we
I'm
check
going
out
to
on the
go to the
11th.
metal bar. Yeah.
Okay.
So like theoretically, I was thinking that because then if you go to the metal bar, so we can just go and get like regular food or hit up like another kind of bar or like maybe visit. I
Oh,
don't know.
we could again.
Yeah,
Nothing is set in stone. We
figure
could
it
do
out.
whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I just know that I want to hit those two spots before we're out.
Yes, and they're both in Ikebukuro.
They both are?
Oh no, are they? The
I
Muscle
mean, the
Maid
Muscle
both
Maid bar
are.
is.
Yeah.
I think the other one is Shinjuku.
Okay. That's you might want to do them on different days then.
Okay.
Yeah, but cool.
All right. Well, let's go get
Well,
some
let's
food
go get
though.
some fucking food.
All right, everybody. Short stream
Well, it
tonight,
was nice seeing
obviously.
you.
Wow, hour. Actually, longer than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Take 90,000 pictures, guys. Yes, I actually have two phones on me, and this is
Oh
my old
shit.
iPhone that I'm using specifically for documentation.
Mm.
So that's what that's for. I will be taking as many pictures as possible.
Bye. Bye, Royal.
Oh, let's see. Bye,
See you
friends. Hey,
later.
take it easy, Royal. Love your face. Love you too, Lulu. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I don't know. I'm gonna try to live stream something. I don't know if it'll be later today. If we do see some dancing rockabillys, then
Yeah, yeah.
it will be today.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
That's fine.
For now, though, it is time for me to get some food and to explore Tokyo. So I am going to do exactly that. Take it easy, everyone.